Hi everyone, this is Miao.
I'm Raul.
This is our naughty cat Aki. Today we are going to talk about the things that we don't like in Germany. We had a video about why we have been living in Germany for several years. If you are interested in it, please go to check it. So, things we don't like. I don't like about Germany. The first one is the people here. I don't like the people. I don't want to be a racist, but actually I think most German people, they have a kind of national personality. They feel like a code machine. Of course, they are friendly. They are willing to help you always. But for the first time when you meet them, they just say hello, guten Tag. That's it. That's all the topic. They don't want to know more about you. They are not curious about people in another world. So I think they are more independent, but they are quite cold. It takes times. It takes like 3, 4, 5 months to get to know each other, to make them easier in front of you, not always like a machine, right?
Interesting. I mean, for me personally, I didn't necessarily have that same experience, but it's interesting to hear like another perspective on that. Yeah. So for my first point, I mean, it's kind of like a stereotypical thing to say about Germany, maybe, but it's kind of true. Public transportation. I hate it so much. Like there's like always this notion that Germany is like very punctual. Every person is very punctual, but you can't say that about public transport, at least. Always when I try to take public transportation, it feels like I have a bad experience with it. It's either that certain trains fall out, so they don't come, or you have some kind of problem on the road, so they take a way longer than expected. It's always kind of a mess, at least in my personal experience. I mean, there are always like exceptions as to why something happens, but just the last time we together used public transportation to just get into the middle of Berlin, we had like a train that just stopped at a certain station. We didn't have like any previous notice about it. They just stopped because of an accident, so there's a reason for it, but still we needed to take another train. And yeah, I mean, I always saw the problem, but after our visit to China, where we never had any problem with public transportation.
I mean, except Germany, in Switzerland, in Denmark, even in Italy, where most people, they are not willing to work for so long time, but they still have a very punctual public transportation system.
Yeah, but yeah, that was my first point.
The second point for me is the weather. I don't like the weather here generally in European countries. I mean, this is kind of related to the first point, why I don't like people here. I usually have this thinking in mind that the weather here has a huge influence on people. I mean, if you see the south of Europe, you can find a very warm-hearted, very happy, very excited person in Italy, in Spain, and in Greece. I mean, they are having a more pleasant life than people in Germany, in Switzerland, or in Scandinavia countries, where the weather is totally bad, and you don't even get sunshine during the whole winter time. I mean, almost half a year you cannot get the real sunshine, so you have kind of depression about yourself and also about the society, this kind of feeling.
It's funny because I don't necessarily enjoy too cold of a weather, but in general I am a person that has a lot of problems with the heat. So I'm kind of happy of having like this milder climate here, rather than having like all the time like this hot weather. I wouldn't enjoy that. So interesting to have like different perspectives there. Then I go with my second point, which also has something to do with transportation. It's kind of like specific to me as a Luxembourgish person. It is in regard to petrol prices, actually. when you go into Germany or to a petrol station, you see like a lot of fluctuation between different stations in price actually. And this is something that I was really shocked by once I came from Luxembourg to Germany, because in Luxembourg all the petrol stations have always the same price to them. So it's very convenient for me. But yeah, in Germany, especially if you are traveling on the highway, and you need to go to a petrol station, this is really problematic because the prices on the highway are so immensely high compared to maybe a station on the village side. And it's always annoying just to see, oh, should I go there or should I go there? Where are the prices the lowest? It's very annoying.
I also think about why you have the same price in your country, Luxembourg. It might be that the government pay for the price difference for different gasoline stations so that they can make benefit, even if they have the same price.
I'm not completely sure about the reasoning. I should look this up actually. But just from my standpoint, which makes sense to me, would be, I mean, it's a very small country. Competition is everywhere around the corner. If you have like a petrol station that has higher prices than the one that is literally on the next street, you will have problems.
I mean, 1 hour to go from one end to another end of the country. So it's not really a country.
Wow, I will ignore that comment. But yeah, in general, in Germany, it's kind of annoying to always need to look at the prices.
I mean, there must be someone who pays for it, either the consumer, you, or the government.
Yeah.
At the end, you also pay it in the form of a tax. So all in all, you pay for it in different ways. Okay, the last point that I don't like about Germany is actually also the thing why I like it. It's about the social welfare system. I don't need to worry a lot about my retirement, or when I get ill, who will pay for the whole costs? The system will pay it for you because I paid my tax, I paid my health insurance, everything, retirement insurance, everything. Society will say, okay, we will cover it, help you get through your problems, even if you have any. But on the other hand, to keep this social welfare system working fluently without problems, we have to pay more and more tax, insurance. The quota is getting higher and higher because in Germany the birth rate is falling down always. And people, as the people living a long life, there are always more and more old people and less younger people who to afford the whole system costs. I mean, so I also read news that the government decided to increase the tax rate from I don't know 18% to 20% in the following several years. So I'm not quite happy about it. Because on the one hand, the government, they are not quite good dealing with the huge tax amount that we paid for. They just throw it everywhere. On another hand, if I pay more, it means it's for me to even harder get richer. I mean, I cannot get richer because half of my salary I have to spend it to the whole country. So it doesn't matter if I earn 10,000 euros per month or 50,000 euros per month. I have to pay anyways half of it. So, I mean, this is also a kind of reason why the people here they are not really want to make efforts to change your life. I mean, in other country, like in my country, in China, the young people, they still have hope that, okay, maybe I can change my class from the low class to middle class, or even from middle class to high class. This kind of opportunities to jump between the classes, you cannot see it here in Germany. Because the whole rules, the whole regulations that trapped you in your class. If you are middle class, your child born in your family will be a middle class anyways.
I'm not quite sure if I will agree with that. I mean, there will be a lot of factors, I think, that will play into this. I mean, just comparing with Scandinavian countries, they also pay a lot of taxes, but they get a lot out of it. In general, Scandinavian countries are the people living there are some of the most happy people on earth. So I think there's like a bit of a distinction there, or there's more to it, I think. But yeah, in general, I agree with you. Paying a lot of taxes sucks. Yeah, now my last point in comparison is quite insignificant, I think. But it's...
So it means you are quite happy about your life in Germany, right?
Yeah, I am, but this is one of the first points that came up to me when I thought about it. But yeah, it's very insignificant. But as a foreigner coming to Germany, one of the most confusing things for me was the first time I went shopping in a supermarket and I saw the speed at which the cashiers at the cash registry just scan everything, every product that you have. And you have absolutely no time of putting all the stuff away in your bags, in your backpack. I think German people don't realize how weird that is to other people, because I have a lot of friends or co-workers from other countries that came here, and it is a complaint with every one of them. It's just startling to us, like, to how quick this goes.
This is only the positions where the Germany is quite efficient, except that everything, the packages delivery, the government speed, they're quite low, but only the cashier in supermarket, they're the most efficient cashier in the world.
I lived in Cologne. One of the first time I went to the supermarket there, I was buying stuff, and one of the things I bought were eggs, and the cashier scanned my eggs and just basically threw it over the scanning thing in my direction, and the eggs flew off the counter and onto the ground. Because they needed to be so quick with it. All my eggs flew to the ground, and yeah, they were destroyed. It's like you get into the rhythm of you're planning how you lay down certain things on the cash registry to have enough time to put everything in your bag. For example, if you have like these little pastries, for example, croissants or donuts, you have them in those bags in Germany normally, and the cashiers need to look into the bag. Okay, you have this, and this takes some time. So this is like the thing I always put at the end, so that I have enough time to put all the other things quickly in my bag.
It's a good strategy for you. Regarding to this, I also think about this is maybe also because the digitalization in Germany is not quite good, because in Japan or in China we have this machine who we can scan by ourselves to do the payment everywhere, not only in big supermarket like here in Kaufland or other a big supermarket, but everywhere, also in convenience store, in small supermarket, you can pay it by yourself. Also the things that I don't like. Okay, I think that's all from our personal opinion. So if you agree with it or you don't agree with it, please leave a comment, and we will see you in next video. Bye bye.
Bye bye.